you can literally do anything. You can create a website. I attempted it myself. You can create a website from the code that ChatGPT, generates for you. If ChatGPT can create a website, tell me why I need a website designer. Right? However,
up to 49% of workers could have half or more of their work exposed to large language models. Now, this was the conclusion of the paper OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, released about a week ago, of the impact of AI on the labor market. Now, here is the thing. If you're always scared and you try avoiding conversations like this, whenever you hear AI will replace you, let me tell you this. You see, AI is here to stay and there is nothing you can do about that. But what you can do instead is to embrace the technology and look for ways in which you will not be affected. And this is why I'm currently doing this particular episode. And what we will be talking about in this episode is to share with you the skills, the jobs of the future, and the ways in which you can position yourself and better prepared so you won't be affected by this whole AI replacing your job or not. And our guest for this particular episode is Temitope Olukunle, a global talent acquisition specialist, HR consultant, Fox coach, and an expert vetted Upwork freelancer. And she will be sharing with us some insight and things you need to know to better position yourself that will help you avoid being affected by AI. Okay guys, so we'll go on a short break and I'll bring on our guest. Hello.
hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Good to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right. So here is the thing. Every expert guest that I bring on the show, I prefer them to introduce themselves because nobody will introduce you better than the way you will. So can you just let's meet Miss Olukunle Temitope?
Thank you so much. I'm going to introduce myself in 3 ways, just to keep it very straightforward and also very easy for people to remember. My name is Temitope Olukunle. Like you rightly said, I'm a Forbes coach. So I coach African talent, freelancers to be on how to position in the global economy and, secure remote international opportunities, because I am a freelancer myself and I am an expert vetted, freelancer on Upwork, which is the top 1% of freelancer on Upwork. And I'm in the talent acquisition and recruitment, category. The second thing about me is also I'm a consultant. I'm an HR global talent consultant. So through my freelancing and my work at my company, I recruit for international organizations, especially in West Africa, in Nigeria, and just in Africa generally, tech talent, so technical and non-technical recruitment. And then the third category, because of our session here as well, is I'm an online course creator. So I have online courses and resources also for people in the gig economy, for professionals, the future of work, positioning online, just really building your borderless career. So that's me in 3 keywords: a coach, a consultant, and an online course creator.
Amazing. That's interesting. Once again, nice having you here. Okay, so let's just get started already. Now, today we'll be talking about AI, and I'm very sure if you are not living under the rock, you have probably heard about ChatGPT, GPT. I'm trying to the viewers now. You have heard about ChatGPT, AI, and all of these words that have been buzzing for like 3 to 4 months. Now, here is the thing. AI has actually been part of our daily lives. Most of us use Netflix, right? And what is Netflix using to suggest a movie or series for you to watch? They're actually using AI. That's one. Another thing is you are probably watching this video because YouTube algorithm or AI suggested that you should watch it. So AI has actually been part of our daily lives. But the question I would like to ask first is, how has it been shaping the way we work. Can you just give us like examples of how AI is currently doing that?
Okay, thank you. So first, just like you said, AI, which represents artificial intelligence, whenever we say AI or artificial intelligence, some of the tools that come to mind or what comes to the mind of people would be computing, machine learning, blockchain, Web 3.0. People start thinking of science film movies, what they've seen in movies, robots, and all of these things, right? But when it comes to the future of work and how it has impacted us, of course, just like you said, ChatGPT is one of the latest developments by OpenAI. We have the Google trying to do their stuff as well. So everybody seems to be on the rise with technology and artificial intelligence. And what it has done for us is it's helping our work become better. And so this negates the thought and the perspective that people have that robot or AI is coming to take your job. Artificial intelligence is not coming to take anyone's job. Who can take your job is the person who is using artificial intelligence. And this message is for people who think that, artificial intelligence is not for them. You have to be a techie to leverage on the tools and the technology that is powered by artificial intelligence. And just like you referenced, ChatGPT itself is there for anybody and everybody to use. Whether you're a virtual assistant, you're a YouTuber, a content creator, you are a front-end developer, a Java developer, a graphic design, you can curate your ideas and generate content on some of these tools. So they are really there for us. It has impacted it positively for people who know how to leverage on this. And I'm going to give a very practical example of the analogy that I just gave that. It's not going to take your job. It's the people who use the tool that will take your job. So in our Provately Africa, my company, we have a team of volunteers. And one of the volunteers reached out some time ago. She was off for some time. And then she came back to say, and she was in the content department. And then she came to say, she wants to take up content. She's not been getting, prompts from us on creation of content and all of that. And I said, ChatGPT has taken your job, because that is the way we can do our strategy. And somebody just manage that content creation process. And so if the person who is doing that creation and generating the prompt is also not leveraging on ChatGPT, our role also would have been taken. So what am I saying? Everybody and anybody who doesn't leverage on the existing tools and technology at our disposal for free, then is going to impact you negatively. And so that would be like an introduction to your question.
Wow, perfect response. And I've been saying this for like 2 months now. You see, AI is not taking your job, but the people using AI are the ones that will actually take away your job. And that summarizes it. And one other thing I would like to talk about is, I love the part where you talked about this particular ChatGPT AI is not for a specific kind of people. Yeah. And I think this is one of the first time we'll see a technology that everybody can benefit from. Because most people, you will say, okay, this tech or this app or this software is for internet marketers, for social media managers and all of that. And I've been saying this also. See, anybody, students, employees, CEOs, just lecturers, professors, anybody can use this technology. So guys, just key into this tech and start exploring and see what it can do to you and the value it can add to your life. Okay, so let's just proceed. Now, let's move to actually giving real life examples now. We've talked about the benefits of AI, right? But here is the thing, every new technology actually disrupts existing industries, right? Now, for people watching, can you just highlight some of these industries? And the essence of this is for people to know, okay, probably you are trying to start learning about something, probably you are trying to venture into a new industry or change your career path and all of that. There are some industries already going into extinction. That's just the truth, even though it is hard to accept. So the question now is, can you talk about how AI is reshaping the job market and the impact that it has on some industries? If you can name some industries, that would be better.
So good. So if you think about a tool like ChatGPT, and that is really like the center focus of our conversation today, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the most common tool and it is accessible by anybody and everybody, and it is free. At least the version 3.0 is free. If you want to upgrade to premium, you can do that, or the plus version, or the new version 4.0. But the 3.0 that is accessible by everybody, I think anybody and everybody can use it. All sectors and industries. And I'm going to be giving practical example. As an HR, as a talent consultant or a recruiter, what the tool can do for you, you can go there literally first to create job descriptions for a role. You can tell ChatGPT, say, create a detailed job description for a Java developer or a website developer with 2 years of experience, with this, with that expertise, and it will generate it for you. As an HR as well, you can tell ChatGPT, you paste your job description, you paste the content of a CV. Can you critically assess these candidates, their level of expertise in this role? As a job seeker, you are looking for a job, you can paste a job description that you saw online, paste the content of your CV to say, how aligned am I with this job? Or simply say, kindly write a cover letter for this job description. And it will give you a good job.
You are giving some cheat here. You are giving some cheat here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back to the side effects. I'm hoping that we're going to get there. But I really just want to talk about shaping the job market. What you can do as well, as a job seeker, you have a CV you've been carrying around. You can tell ChatGPT, kindly craft a CV. Maybe let's just say an entry-level website designer, or I'm an entry-level HR professional, with so years of experience with expertise. Kindly draft a CV, and it will give it to you. Or put your CV and say, rewrite this and let it be ATS compatible. That's the applicant tracking system that most international organizations are using. It will give it to you. Let's move to another industry. As a content creator or a digital marketer, you have a content. You can say, ChatGPT, kindly create a 30 days calendar, content calendar for a fashion business. It will generate it for you. Now, when it gives you those points, you can go ahead to then say, kindly generate the body, write a blog post. You can write a blog post. So I'm trying to think of what industry has not benefited from this. You can literally do anything. You can create a website. I attempted it myself. You can create a website, JavaScript anyway, from the code that your ChatGPT, generates for you. So you can do anything. Sometimes, if I don't have the time to read a book, I tell ChatGPT to say, I just copied the name of the book. Kindly summarize this book to me, and it will do the justice. If something is so hard for you, you can tell ChatGPT, explain this thing like you're explaining to a 5-year-old, and it will break it down for you. So tell me what industry will not benefit from that. I think that is how it is reshaping the job market.
Thank you very much. And just to talk about you building a website, that is actually a perfect example. Now, although I'm a techie, to an extent, I'm a techie, but I'm not a programmer. Even though I design websites, I was able to build a SaaS product, a virtual writing assistant that is powered with AI, like using ChatGPT. ChatGPT actually wrote all the code. The only thing that I actually did was knowing how to compile all of this code so as to deploy it. But then I was able to, probably I'll do a video probably later this week and just show people what the tool can do. Although I'll not be dropping this because of the API usage restriction. But then, guys, what I'm trying to say here is this. You see, there is no limit to what, of course, there is limit, but there is endless possibility with what you can do with ChatGPT. All you need to start doing right now is using it. Start by using. You have heard many people talk about this. If you're not new to my channel, I've created over 10 videos on topics related to AI, ChatGPT. I've been talking about this thing for over 3 months, but will you believe there are still some people that have not visited ChatGPT, the website, like they have not visited. And we keep saying these things, guys. But anyway, don't let me just waste time with that. Okay, so let's just proceed. Now, we talked about the industries it is disrupting, and as I've said earlier, for any new technology, even though it is taking some jobs away, it also brings a plethora of new opportunities for people that can key to it. Now, the question I'd like to ask you is this, because a lot has been changing, like a whole lot has been changing, and I still saw an example that I will later share in this particular episode. So my question is, what are the skills and jobs of the future? Because the truth is, a lot is changing at the moment. So my question is, as an HR, as a global talent acquisition specialist, what are the job roles you think will be very relevant in the next decade, in the next 10 years? Can you just give us some insight into that?
Awesome. So first, I think all jobs are relevant. Anything that is being done right now is because it is needed to be done. However, as we move faster and we grow in depth into technology, we will find a better way to do them. And so not necessarily that those things are not needed anymore, but there are better ways to do them. So just like we found out that OpenAI's tool, ChatGPT, can create content. Do you know that the second version, the latest version, you can draw something on a paper and you scan it, you upload it on the chat, and it can create whatever you have drawn for you.
Yeah.
It is that advanced. So even if we sit down here to say, even the tech guys, like a programmer's job is a future of, is a job for the future, we are going to be deceiving ourselves. Because yes, this same thing they are doing right now, there are tools that are beginning to do them. If ChatGPT can create a website, tell me why I need a website designer. Right? However, where this is going is, even the technology needs the steering of people. It needs the intelligence of people. Yeah. So the idea is for you to be the master of the technology, not the technology becoming a master of you. Okay. The moment, whatever industry you are right now, the moment you identify that, there are tools and technology that is beginning to disrupt your industry, it is time to begin to leverage on that tool. Don't be on the fence to say these things, with time it will go. That was what Kodak said when, camera came in. That was what I'm sure, and look at Netflix, how it was disrupted. Look at Nokia when iPhone came in. That's what they all said when things began to change. Now, there are new roles, and I'm going to give an example. There was nothing like prompt engineering a year ago. Now, there's something like that. And what does it mean? Like an AI prompt engineer. There's a way you can even generate a response from ChatGPT that everybody don't know how to do. It's called the prompt. You need to know how to also ask the right questions from these intelligence tools to be able to get the right answer. And that's why you can go to this same ChatGPT we're talking about and you're not able to do anything, because you don't know how to engineer the prompt. So those are new roles that are coming up. So new roles will begin to emerge that we might not be able to discuss everything here today. But as the tools are coming up, there are new roles, there are new people that should begin to administer that new technology. And so definitely artificial intelligence is a skill of the future. Blockchain is a skill of the future. Machine learning is a skill of the future. Even digital marketing, because everybody wants to sell the product and everybody is online. People need to see your product and services. So digital marketers have to be online. Websites cannot go out of it. People need to position themselves. Their businesses need to have a website. We will have all of these roles and so many more. Content, yes, is disrupted, but if content guys are smart, they can leverage on the tools, right? Data science is an example, perfect example, right? We're going to be needing cloud technology, experts, like solutions architects, because all of these things, as we migrate to cloud, we need people to also coordinate what is going on. And so you see roles like DevOps, right? You see roles like, solution architects, cloud engineer. These are roles that are also the roles of the future. Programmers, of course, developers themselves, I think these are roles of the future. And if you move away a little bit from that, administrative roles will also be disrupted. And so a role like HR, and that's why I had to pivot from just doing HR to being a technical recruiter. Because as long as you have tech talent, all of these roles that I've mentioned, you will need somebody to recruit them for you. And it's not just an HR that. You need to understand their stacks and programming languages to be able to communicate with them. And so that is technical recruitment. It's also a role of the future. So there's so many more, but these are some of the ones that I'm going to mention for now.
Perfecto. I love the examples you actually give. And the one I love the most is this cloud solution architect. Guys, you see, all of these things that is happening online right now, all of this new AI, this new technology, these GPT models and all of that, they are hosted on the cloud. This is not the normal hosting you are used to. So of course there will be need for this cloud solution architect, and of course there is need to always sell. Digital marketers, sales is an important skill and will still be relevant till Jesus come. Yes. So all of this, she has just highlighted about 6 examples now. If you are watching this, just pick one, dedicate 6 months of your time learning this. I'm actually interested in data science, and just let me talk about this prompt engineering. I was reading just yesterday, I saw a particular job role by, I think, Anthropic or something. I can't really remember the name. They are now hiring prompt engineers. Do you know how much they are offering to pay this prompt engineer? $175,000 with some benefits, added advantage. Now, some of these things you might be thinking it will happen in the next 5 years, 10 years. No, it is already happening, like right now. And this was one of the reasons why I created ChatGPT. If you are not into my channel, you know what I'm talking about, but I'm not selling anything yet. Let's just proceed with the whole conversation. Thank you once again for that insightful response. Okay, now let's move on. Now we talked about the jobs of the future and the skills of the future as well. So my question now is this: how can freelancers and employees, how can they position themselves in order to stay relevant in the labor market?
Thank you for that powerful question, because we can sit here all day and talk about the future of work, the skills of the future, and if we don't talk about how people can position, it's going to be like a waste of time. So when you gain clarity, you need action to back it up. Exactly. And so, but because you also need action, a lot of people know what to do, they know the right thing to do, but they're finding it difficult to take the action. What is missing is the mindset. So if you're listening to this call, the first thing you need is a mindset re-engineering. The approach to this is not to be scared that, me at all these roles you guys are thinking, I don't know maths. So nobody mentioned maths in all these things we're saying. You don't have to be to love maths to be able to because that has been the ideology that we have, that to be in tech, for example, you have to love maths. You have to be, a science student, clearly out of the people. So you need a mindset re-engineering, and nobody can make that decision for you. You need that clarity that this, among all of the options that I have available in the future of work, you need that mindset re-engineering. And the second thing is, and what do I mean by mindset re-engineering? That you can do it. I can do it. I can take a step in the future. Yes, you need to build that spirit, that you can believe in yourself. People can force you to learn something. People can encourage you, but at the end of the day, it's for you. The second thing you need is clarity. And what do I mean by clarity? If you say that, oh my God, I'm so gingered, I'm going to be the next president, or I'm going to be, I'm going to position for the future of work, or this or that. Or guys, so which path do you want to follow? Among all of these that we've said, is it data science? Is it DevOps? The cloud that we mentioned? Are you tilting towards recruitment? Are you looking at digital marketing, sales? You need the clarity on what works for you based on your skills. It could be based on your expertise. It could be based on your experience. It could be based on your education. It could be based on your interest. And it could be based on research. And what do I mean by research? You can just say, go online and search which one makes more money. Some people do things and they're motivated by the money. It doesn't mean it's wrong. Some people just say, how much are data scientists making? Oh my God, $200,000. I'm going to learn this thing. Because that is what is driving them. They will get there. So you need the clarity. And then the third thing that you then need, of course, is the capacity. Right? You need to then build the capacity. So you've gained clarity, you know what you want. Then go and learn it if you have to. I say this thing, I have a 4C methodology that I use. I only added M at the beginning because of the nature of our conversation. But they are usually 4 C's. Clarity, capacity. Because when you gain clarity, then you build the capacity. You learn what you need to learn to do that. And the third thing is you also need communities. Because when you learn and you are not part of a community, a thriving community of that thing you have learned, that's why you see people learn something, they just drop the certificate somewhere. It's gone. You need to be a part of a body, whether through internships, through volunteering, so that you are sharpening the capacity you have built, right? And so that you don't forget. And then there is congruence, meaning that it is time. Execution is the name of the game. You didn't learn because you just want to learn. It's time to start taking steps. Start applying for opportunities, entry-level roles, positioning yourself, learning more. That's how to grow, right? So
Wow.
I think those 5, yeah.
Amazing, perfect. So get clarity first, and I think that's one of the things we are currently doing. Build capacity in this new digital landscape that is changing often. You need to keep learning, like not learn something today and that is it. Lifelong learning, keep learning. Belong to a community. This is very, very important. Funny enough, I was watching a video before jumping on this particular recording session, and this person is still talking about future of work and AI. And the second point this person was making is build connection. Build connection, because you never can tell the connection that will help you. So not just learning, building capacity, also build connection with people. And lastly, congruence. Perfect, guys. Everything that is shared here, these are premium information. My advice to you is listen, watch again, take notes, and start implementing all of these things. Amazing. Okay, so we have talked about a lot of stuff here, right? Now, what I want us to do right now is, you've talked about freelancers, talked about the employee side of the conversation. Now, let's move and talk about business owner, company owner, founders, organization founders, and all of that. Now, my question would be, how can AI be used to enhance decision making, innovation, and competitiveness within an organization?
First of all, I think that AI cannot make decision for human. AI should not even make decision for us, and it should enhance, just like you said. It should help in the decision making. You can leverage on it to understand. I mean, I did an analysis last year. I generated I think it was the financial report of Jumia for 2022 or 2021 or thereabout. And I put it on ChatGPT. That was November or December last year, to help me assess this report, if these guys are profitable. I wanted to just test run the analytics skills of the tool. Yeah. And it showed me what can be done. It showed me some things, and I was shocked. I'm like, wow, I hope people and businesses can leverage on this. That you put because sometimes you can be making revenue, but you are not making profit.
Yeah.
You can be making money in your business, but it's not profit. You're not making profit. So tools like this can also help you. You put in your numbers. I did something as well last month. I'm running an ad on Instagram currently, and I went to bring out my results. I mean the insights, right? The CPC, the cost per click rate.
Cost per click, yeah.
That one. So all of those insights, I copied it out and I pasted it on ChatGPT to tell me, is this ad doing well? And he said, based on what I'm seeing, it's not doing well. You need to, because the cost was high, yes. So my CPC was about 255 naira. When I did it should be 26 naira. Wow. So he's saying that 40 people have probably seen this ad, maybe 2 clicks, the external links. So he broke down the analysis, even though I could see it, but he was able to interpret it for me. That is technology helping my decision making. And I stopped the ad right there. I had to go back to tweak it, change my target audience. He recommended what I could change. So I changed the target audience, I changed the age, I chose one location, sort of about 5 locations, and the ad is doing better than what he was doing. So technology can help you, innovation can help you, artificial intelligence can help you be competitive, and it looks like you are doing it. And this is me talking as a business owner. As a business, it's the same thing for my company. Now, the last example I'm going to give, because as a founder myself, I have a company, a recruiting company, Outnovately Africa. We recruit for international organizations. One of the things that we do is we have an in-house ATS system, an applicant tracking system, where when you apply for a job, I let the artificial intelligence of that tool decide if you are qualified for the job at the preliminary level. And so you see people the score of your CV is 18%, 18 over 100. So that is what would have wasted human time. You would have wasted the time that I would have spent reading your CV. The tool is already saying, based on what you need, this person scored 18%. It's not going anywhere. And by the time you look at it, it is right. And that's what these international organizations are using as well. So screen, and that's why Nigerians are saying we're not getting callbacks. We're not getting interviews. Because it starts even from our CV. That's why I'm even committed to CV writing for people, these days. But that's another conversation. But it has helped me become competitive, and it's saving time and becoming innovative.
Perfect. Amazing. Guys, you can check out Snovately Africa. Check them out if you need help with writing CV, resume, and all of that. This is an expert in the field. So you should not be afraid of anything. Just message them and they would help you write a better CV to get that dream job you have been looking for. Okay, so let's continue. Now you talked about something here. I like the way you are using ChatGPT. I actually like the way you are using it. Now, analysis of a thing is what I use ChatGPT for every day. Almost every day. I will just copy something, just tell it to analyze and share some interesting insights. So when I put or paste whatever thing I'm pasting, give me analysis. And that is true. Now, as a human being, if you have to do all of this analysis yourself, trust me, it will take you days or hours, depending on the kind of analysis. And the insights ChatGPT will give you, you might probably not be seeing it. It is a machine, so it works at the speed of light, and it has algorithm that can see what you cannot see. That's just the truth. So if you are not using for analysis at the moment, that's just an expo. Start using. I use it every day for analysis. I'm a digital marketer, so I use it every day for analysis. Okay, so let's just continue. Now, we're talking about businesses leveraging on AI. Now, what I want to ask you is this: how can you are an HR consultant? You help people, businesses, companies. You help them recruit talents, right? Now, my question is, how can companies, businesses, how can they start adopting AI to their systems, to their processes?
Yes, just like we said, because I think this is part of the last point that I gave. At the end of the day, what we did for the candidates, employees, and freelancer is the same thing that organizations need. They need a mindset re-engineering too. Some companies would think because we're not a tech company, we don't need this thing. Every organization is a tech company. You are a tech company in the business of what you do. We're a tech company first in the business of HR. You are a tech company then selling food, because this is the generation and the age of tech. You have to leverage on it. Imagine selling a food and people can't order online. At this age and time, you are backward already. Imagine selling something and people cannot access you online. That's the trouble. Because everybody is online. So first you need a mindset re-engineering. That whatever you are doing, whatever you're selling, you need technology. You can leverage on artificial intelligence. The second thing you also need as a business is clarity. In what areas do we need it? In what areas? See, the same process. In what areas do we need it? For some company, you don't need a total haul of your system. Maybe for you, it's just cloud you need. For all of your employees, from whatever they are from whatever they are in the world, to be able to access the company documents. And one thing that I do for one of my clients, it's easy. You can even use Google Cloud, Google Drive. Position different folders for different things, different units, different departments, the sub-departments, all of their files are there, legal files, compliance files, administrative files, operations. Google Drive is such a simple tool. So some tools that company need, it is in the clarity you will know what you really need. You don't need to spend 5 million naira to generate something that a free tool can do for you. So you need clarity on what your organization needs, where your problem is, and then what you need to solve that problem. Then after that, you can then begin to go for, competence in that area, get corporate trainers, get assistants, do some research, get consultants to come on board, build your team as well. Because one of the mistakes that business owners make is they try to make changes on their own without carrying their staff, their employees, or team members along. You'll find out that same thing you have spent millions to build, they will ruin it for you. because they don't even know your pain. They don't know what you are trying to solve. And so when you carry them along, let them be a part of the decision-making process, or at least the deliberation process. That, guys, this is why we're doing this. What do you even suggest? People feel a sense of belonging. They will ensure that it works because now the success is in their hand. I think that will help, businesses and organizations as well.
Awesome. Just to add to that, if you own a business or you own a company organization, is it that you start recruiting people that understand this technology, this AI, this especially ChatGPT, or you start training your current staffs in-house on how to use this technology to be more efficient? You will see it will also help you save more money and even scale your business faster. Okay, now this is the next question is kind of similar to the previous one, but it is not. Now, there is AI and there are human beings as well. So my question is, how can businesses or business owners, how can they strike a balance between using AI to be more efficient and also maintaining human-centric job roles? Because as an HR, you are to manage people, you have to manage staffs, you have to manage people, right? So you can't say because there is AI now, then you start displacing your current staffs, right? So how can they create a balance between using AI for efficiency and also maintaining human-centric job roles?
Yeah, so first we need to also understand that, just like we established at the beginning, that these tools are there to make the job and life of people easier, not to replace people. And that's why you also run into a problem if you totally rely on these tools, AI, if you totally rely on them without the human input. Even for content, it will lack the human part of it. When you just generate content, the human touch, it will lack it if you just generate content and then you put in. People will know that this looks like a textbook answer. You still need the human touch, input in your work. And so striking the balance is a delicate thing, and organizations need to understand that. It's like saying that, because now you can generate code on GPT, you don't need your programmers again. You are making a huge mistake, because what you could have done is probably reduce the workload or the number of staff you have in that department, now that they can begin to leverage on tools. But to displace them, who will still compile the code for you? Is it still ChatGPT that will come out of the system to do it? No. So we still need people, and we need people to use their intelligence, because they understand the business need. And it is a human-to-human relations. Every solution every company is building is to solve human problem. And no matter how good a tool is, a technology is, an artificial intelligence, process is, it cannot understand human problem more than human need. So we still need the human touch. We have to strike the balance with intelligence and intentionality.
Thank you for that. Also, an amazing response. Now we are almost rounding up. Now I want to ask a question. I'm just trying to help businesses start integrating AI to what they do. Now, for example, let's assume you were consulted now. Just give us a skeletal response, right? Now, you were consulted right now, and a business owner is telling you, can you help me integrate AI to my business process? How will you go about it? Now, the goal of this question, if you are watching this right now, is to also follow the framework she'll be sharing, even though you might not go in depth, but just as an HR, you understand business roles, you understand all of these positions and all of that. So how can you help businesses integrate AI into their processes if they want to actually do it now?
I think it's so similar to what we just said. And what do I mean by that? You can't integrate if you don't know your area of need. What areas do you want to integrate AI? And so maybe you run a platform and you have people need to reach out to you to be able to access you online, maybe to make a booking. Do you need an AI tool like a bot that can respond, and you have automated responses, so that you don't need to have somebody working 24/7. If you notice what banks did, especially GT Bank and Zenith Bank last year, and maybe I think it started 2 years ago, you can chat them up on WhatsApp. Now it is not human being that is answering you. That was a bot, and they had generated questions at the back end that would trigger the next. So if you click on, they had curated all of the FAQs, the frequently asked questions. So they know that your problem shouldn't be more than these areas. And so when you click on this, it should automatically generate this. Now, if a bank is able to say our problem is, when people reach out, we're not able to give them answers on time, you already know that's where your mind should be going. But for another business, what they need is totally different. Maybe for them, they need a tool that people apply for their job so much, and at the end of the day, they are not qualified. Sometimes I post a job whenever we want to go through the manual process. We just post a job and say people should apply to our email. For one open position, we can receive 300 applications. Now, imagine somebody having to sit down to be screening 300 CVs because we are looking for just one person. You'll be shocked that 99% of these people are not even qualified for the role. But they still apply anyway, because Nigerians like luck. We like, we believe so much in luck that somebody mistakenly will employ you for a role you are clearly qualifying for. So imagine somebody having to sit down. But if you as a company come to meet me, I already know what you need. You need an ATS system, an applicant tracking system, where when people apply for the job, it goes through that system. And what the system does is it flags the people who are not qualified. LinkedIn does. If you apply for a job on LinkedIn, the recruiter who posts the job, there are people they will write not fit. So already you don't need to open their CV. So it flags them out. You are left with few. And now those people, you can also automate to say, let there be a screening process. You can have an assessment. We do an assessment in Approvately for tech talent. You take an assessment based on your skill. If you're a Java developer, you're an Angular developer, whether you are a data scientist, whatever you are, there's an assessment for you. You take it through the system. That's the next stage. So with that, human part is still coming, but at the preliminary level, AI has helped you reduce your workload. So the next set of people you'll be screening might be 10, might be 5, might be the top 10. So now you are having to speak with people who are past the test truly, not wasting your time on people who don't qualify at all. So do you see that it starts from the identification of your pain point as a business? What is your problem? What is the problem of your customers? What is the challenge here? And they'll be able to know how to integrate AI into your business.
Wow, you gave a very insightful response there. Now, just to wrap it all up, now, what is your advice for young professionals that are about to enter the job market and for people that are trying to consider a career change?
Yeah. Okay, so what I think is what we started with as well. One thing I tell people is, at the end of the day, nobody can make a decision for you. It is still you that will make it yourself. So as a career professional, or as a young professional entering the job market, or you want to make a transition, you want to pivot, you need to sit down and assess yourself. Nobody can assess you like you can't do to yourself. So you want to know where you are on your journey. And that's why I keep saying, clarity. I know what I'm saying when I say clarity, because it works for everybody at any stage. You need to know where you are. And another thing is, you can't be everywhere. Now, I say this a lot. There are 5 types of professionals. There are 5 types of women. There are 5 types of freelancers. And it's the same thing. There are 5 types of professionals. Whether you are young, you want to pivot, you want to change your career. I call some people the waiters. The first set of people, I call them the waiters. These are the people who wait for things to happen. You wait for opportunity. You wait for somebody to come and do it for you. There are people, I call them the watchers. They watch things happen. They watch. Now we're talking about ChatGPT. Do you know, after all these things, they will not go to try it out. They're just watching, like, must be nice. That's really good, though.
Are you hearing?
And you hearing about this ChatGPT. Ask them, have you tried it? Is a lie? They have not. So they watch things happen around them. The third category of people, I call them the wailers. Those are complainers. They wail. They're always complaining, like, on our country, this Nigeria said, this too said, it's coming to take up our job. So which one are you doing exactly? They're always complaining. Oh, there's no job in Nigeria. This freelancing said, are you sure pork is real? Always complaining. So the people who are getting it right, how are they doing it? The fourth category of people, I call them the wanderers. They are wandering. So today they are selling pepper. Tomorrow is business they want to do. And then next tomorrow is social media management they want to do. They see another person doing virtual assistant. That's what they're going to do. You keep wandering around, trying different things. When are you going to position and sit down, settle down, and begin to build a career for yourself? Finally, I call this last category the warriors. They are the winners. And who are the warriors? We, as warriors, it's not easy. We know it's not easy, but you are positioned. You have the clarity, and you are putting in all your best, doing all you can to ensure that you get it right. These are the people, who are the warriors, and I hope that you are able to identify yourself. This is like an assessment I give for anybody. Identify where you are honestly and begin to work your way up. That's my advice.
Wow. Thank you very much. Now, just before you go, you cannot take all of these smart work and everything and just leave us hanging. So what I do is, for every expert guest that I bring on the show, I want to know, do you have any course, do you have any program that can help people? And guys, just a fact, in case you did not know, she's expert vetted freelancer on Upwork, and I'm very sure most of you know Upwork. Before you can belong to that category, it means they have vetted you. Now, these are not just ordinary people, right? These are experts that have vetted you, and they see you are very good at what you are doing, you deliver, and on top of all of that, she has made a lot of money. So my question now is, how can you help my people that are currently watching this now? How can you help them start their freelancing journey to also make money and earn in dollar from Nigeria or any other part of the world?
Awesome. So I have a coaching program. It's a 4-day program that is spread across 4 weeks, and it's one-on-one. Okay. Because I like to meet people at their level. I coach people from the beginning to the end. How you can start your career. We do skills assessment together. How you can start your freelancing career, the journey. We'll set up your account together. How to set up your account. How to proposal writing. Client acquisition strategies. How to receive your payments in Nigeria. All of these things that I've been doing for over 3 years. I didn't get to expert vetted just like that. I had to rise through the rank as well. From top rated to top rated plus, to the final category, which is expert vetted, which is the top 1%. So I understand this thing inside out, right? It's my forte. That is my space, the gig economy. So I have this 4 weeks coaching program for people who want to leverage on that. You can reach out to me.
Okay, guys, so here's the thing. You see, she's currently offering a special discount for people that are currently watching this. I know probably you are watching this after 1 month, but if you are watching this earlier, good for you, because you'll be enjoying 20% discount on this particular program. Listen, this is not someone that is just making money on Upwork. This is someone that has been vetted, making money, delivering jobs. She understands the ins and outs. And on top of all of this, she's also a global talent acquisition expert. So she already knows what businesses are looking for if they want to hire you. So you are like getting 2 in 1 package. So if you're interested, just go to Adeleke Samuel. Not let me put the real link. Imagine making mistake in my own name. So just go to adelekesamuel.com. Of course, you know my name already. Go there /BYOB. That is be your own boss. So go to this link. It will take you to where you can register for this one-on-one coaching. And imagine, this is not a course. This is not a program. This is not a group program. This is a one-on-one session where you get clarity of what you can do and how to do it. And she will also teach you the skills and everything you need to actually start your freelancing career. So guys, anybody I'm bringing on the show, anybody at all I'm bringing on the show, I have personally experienced them. I know them. I won't bring someone that will scam you. And yes, this is my guarantee, guys. If you are getting this program and you did not get value for your money, listen, jump on this program, you did not get value for your money, reach out to me personally, I will refund you. Very, very clear. Reach out to me, I would refund you. So the 20% discount would expire in the next 2 or 3 days. April 2nd, 11:59, the offer is gone. So if you're interested, just go to the website you are currently seeing on your screen and should get started to helping you start your freelancing career. Okay, guys. So I think that is that about that. Do you have any other thing you'd like to share with our people, how they can connect with you and all of that?
Awesome. First, I just want to say thank you for having me. It's been an amazing night. And then for everybody, thank you for listening to us. To connect with me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, Temitope Olukunle, or on Instagram, preferably. Temitope Olukunle on Miss Multipreneur. Miss Multipreneur is the username on Instagram. So you can connect with me and take it up from there. Don't be a stranger. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. Don't let me waste your time anymore. You have really done well. You have added value to everybody here. In myself, I learned one or two things. So guys, follow her on Instagram. As she has said, she shares a lot of content that will help you. So thank you, and I'll let you go for now. Okay guys, so I want to believe you actually got value from this particular episode. Don't be part of the waiters and the railers. You want to be part of the warriors. So everything you have learned from this episode, start implementing and you start seeing results. This way you position yourself and not be afraid of what AI will do to the future job market. And just in case you do not know where to get started with all of these AI talks, ChatGPT and all of that, I would advise you check out this playlist that I created with over 10 tutorials of how you can start applying AI in your daily life, how you can use it to save time, to save money, to make money, and to be more productive. Just go to adekesame.com/GPT or check out this particular video. Okay guys, so that will be all for now, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye for now.